Today's Ash or Trash is brought to you by Don Pepin Garcia's 20th anniversary cigar. This is a limited edition cigar. Only 5,000 boxes were made. 3,900 went to the US, 1,100 for international, and this cigar is also at an MSRP of 40 bucks. Let's review this bad boy. Let's see if it's an Ash or if it's a trash. Before I cut it, let me explain to you exactly what Ash or Trash. Since this is a brand new channel, I started the series on a different channel called Ash or Trash. The premise of it is I'm going to be reviewing cigars once a week, and I'm going to see if it's ash worthy, which is basically the whole entire ashtray will be filled with the ashes, or if it's trash. If it's trash, it's like, I can't finish it. I don't like it. It's not going to be my taste. Does not mean it's a bad cigar. Cigars are preferences. Same way how people like their steaks medium well done, like some weirdo named Tran, or you have people who likes it rare or medium well, or just different varieties. People can have their steaks and they enjoy it. Same thing with the burger, same thing with seasoning, same things with things they drink. I prefer Coke. Maybe somebody prefers Pepsi. Maybe I prefer Mountain Dew. Someone prefers Dr. Pepper. That's all fine. If I trash a cigar, it just means it's not good for my personal taste. That's the premise of this series that I'm going to be having on this channel. Let's just see if this cigar ends up being a ash or a trash. First, I want to say the band looks gorgeous. You have the little ribbon in the bottom, which is kind of sort of like a little bitch to get out. I don't want to mess this up at all. As I'm preparing things, let me give you the more backgrounds of the cigar as well. This cigar is a Nicaraguan puro, which just means pure Nicaraguan everything. Filler, binder, wrapper, all that kind of stuff. But the difference is inside the filler has something called Pelo Do Oro, which means golden hair. Oh my God, that smells phenomenal. Wow, this cigar smells good. Wow, oof. Has a very, very strong smell to it. I don't even want to cut this because this just looks so good, smells so good. But let's just commit a little sin and just cut the cigar. So you might be asking me, Rick, what is Pelo Do Oro? What's that in the filler? Why is it so important? What makes it so different? What makes this cigar so special? What makes this that? Makes this that? Listen, this is the 20th anniversary of the Don Pepe line, and Pelo Do Oro is a type of tobacco that's actually very rare and kind of difficult to make. Not only that it's difficult to make and rare to get, it's actually banned in Cuba because it's kind of susceptible for molding. It has a higher increase of getting like tobacco diseases or molds or blue mold and other stuff like that. So it was actually banned in Cuba and actually not rarely used. But if you do understand and master the craft of how to utilize golden hair or Pelo Do Oro basically almost perfectly, you could actually craft a phenomenal cigar, because Pelo Do Oro enhances your cigar with a lot of flavor. And I'm actually getting a lot of that just from the smell. There's a lot of cederness to the cigar, a lot of oakiness. It actually gives me like a little honey smell to it. It's like a sweetness, just a little sweet on the actual wrapper itself. I like this. It reminds me a little bit of like autumn because it smells like new bark, but with a little bit of like espresso on top of that. It's like a perfect autumn morning. If you live in like kind of sort of close to the woods area or a park, you just get that nice smell. That's what I get from this. This is just from the scent. I haven't even lit this bad boy up yet. But if we're gonna light this bad boy up, we gotta do this bad boy in style. Also, don't mind us my fucked up nails. Let's do this in style. Whoa. Wow. That tastes great. This is very unique. I've been smoking cigars for like 6 years now. And I may be the infant or I may be a baby compared to everybody who's a part of the Legion. But I've been smoking cigars since I was 19. So technically speaking, I've been smoking cigars for 7 years now. Woo. That's a nice spice. Not ice spice, nice spice. That's the church version, nun version of Ice Spice. Is there any images out there as Ice Spice in a nun outfit? Please, gotta hope so. It's been a while since I actually had a Nicaraguan puro. I miss it. For people who are brand new to cigars, people have the misconception that Cubans are always going to be the by far best cigar in the whole entire world, and that's the best of the best, and you could never find anything better than the Cubans. But in reality, you might be surprised that Nicaraguans or Dominicans are actually the best flavored cigars. It's just a luxury. When something is hard to get, people place it higher in a list, or they place it as a more sought after thing or a collector's item or whatever. But in reality, it doesn't taste better than any other cigars. This gives me a little tingly feeling on my tongue because of spice levels, which is something I prefer. I'm Hispanic. I love spicy stuff. I'm 2-part Hispanic from the Caribbean, so I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban. A little hint of spice or a little bit of a oomph of spice is perfect for me. Woo! That is spicy. When it comes to the retro, it is spicy. This is not a bad cigar. Before I get more into the cigar itself, another cool fact about this 6.5 by 52 Toro cigar is that the wrapper was grown in Nicaragua, but it's actually a Cuban seed oscuro wrapper. I'm gonna do a little twirl. Again, don't mind my fucked up fingers. Look at the veins of that wrapper. Reminds me of something else. Look at the quality. Look how compact. And even like sometimes people squish cigars to see how much filler there is in there, to see if there's any issues with it or if they're getting like basically gypped. There's some cigars out there that has short filler and will have a lot of gaps or spaces in the actual cigar. This bad boy is actually long filler, but even with squeezing the cigar, it's barely any. It feels spongy, but you don't see much of a dent happening, meaning it's actually filled to the brim, which is great in a cigar. But the wrapper, there's no cuts to it. It's one solid piece sticking well together. That tastes amazing. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna continue smoking this. I'll give you guys more of a review once I get at least halfway. I'm not gonna smoke the whole entire thing. This is a total, which might take me an hour or some change to smoke. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna bore you with some stories, but do watch last week's video, by the way. Give me a second, guys. Let's see how far I get into this bad boy in 3 seconds. I did as much as I can. The foot is getting close to the band, and all I can say is this cigar is amazing. It is very, very sweet. It's almost like, just to paint you a scenery of what this cigar tastes like, imagine you're camping and you're by a bonfire with a little bit of a tea, like a raspberry tea, or yeah, I'll say raspberry tea. Think about having some type of tea, some fruits in it, either raspberry, some type of berry. I don't know, this gives me like a berry tea taste. So you're by a fire with a little bit of tea that has honey in it, and it's about to be autumn, but you're going camping around the autumn time. That's the experience this cigar is like. It's very oaky, very earthy, very sweet, but the spice in it is very subtle, but sometimes it gives you a little oomph sometimes when you're puffing it. The retro is perfect with that little spice tingling a little bit of your tongue and kind of has a little burn to your nose, but it's not overpowering. It's just a solid, amazing cigar. One thing I forgot to mention, that this cigar is a full body cigar. For the 7 years I have been doing cigars, I don't think I have ever had a cigar that actually had Pelo Do Oro, which is golden hair tobacco in it. And if it's supposed to taste like this, I'm gonna go research what other cigars has Pelo Do Oro. The thing that kind of sucks is that it is a rare tobacco because of how it's grown. If it's grown improperly and it creates mold, the whole entire field basically almost gets corrupted. It could take a whole field if you don't grow the golden hair properly. So if you as a cigar company can almost master Pelo Do Oro and make a cigar, that's props. That's 100% props. This cigar is amazing. And it's October, you know, this is autumn season. This is an amazing cigar for me to have outside. I have a little cup of tea next to me with maybe a little snack like a graham cracker. That's the scene I just picture in my head. All you have is yourself in the middle of the woods with your bonfire, your tents, a little bit of tea to drink in the morning with that nice crisp air. And because of the bonfire, the smoke just has that little spice into the air. And instead of being regular graham crackers, sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on it. So it's like a cinnamony graham cracker, fruity tea with a little bit of smokiness, a lot of cedar, oak, or maybe earthiness to it, all in one cigar. That's what that is. This is a great experience. I'm going to continue smoking this off camera. My review is done. I already know what this cigar is going to be, and it's going to be 100% ash. This is the 20th anniversary for Don Pepin Garcia. Every 5 years he releases a new anniversary cigar. If this is going to be the 20th, I can only imagine what he'll do for the 30th. If he's going to do bigger hits every 5 years, that's awesome. But if he's going to do a bigger hit every 10 years, wow, I'm going to be 36. Will I still be doing YouTube? You know what? For you guys, most likely I will. Hopefully by then I have my own place where, you know, this will be involved. That's the best way I could say it because I can't really explain it on YouTube. Yeah, I should get the vibe of what I really want to do for my future. And my future is to actually own a place that deals with this. But other than that, guys, this cigar is an ash. This has been the Don Pepin Garcia 20th anniversary limited edition 2023 cigar. If you ever gave these bad boys a try, let me know your experience in the comment section below. Or if you have done a review, let me know as well. I have a Discord server called Guilty Sends, which by now should be in the description. Come join it. That is where me and my friend Innocent will be the hosts of that channel. And if you have any questions for me, go right ahead. My friend Innocent does a lot of interviews with other people in the cigar industry. So it gives you a little bit best of both worlds. I do the reviews, he does interviews. Sometimes he does reviews himself. And who knows, maybe one day I actually might get him on this channel to do a side-by-side review with me as well, like the old days. If you're one of those people who are part of Six and Fire or part of Leaf Kings, you know I used to do collaboration reviews with other people. Maybe down the line I'll do a review with Innocent. Join that Discord. Let me know in the comment section if you ever tried this bad boy right here. Till next time, guys, as always, I love your faces, and I'm out. Peace.